It's time for news from around the world. And meanwhile in Chile, we want to give you a bit of an update. We showed you like a week ago a campaign ad, a really notable campaign ad. In case you've forgotten it, here is that ad.
Vamos a votar por Gabriel Boric, el número uno, nuestro presidente, compadre. Eso, compadre. Y las palmas arriba, y las palmas arriba. ¡Hey, hey, hey! Te invitamos a votar, te invitamos a votar. El uno debe marcar, solo por Boric debe votar. Te invitamos a votar, te invitamos a votar. El uno debe marcar, solo por Boric debe votar. Por una pensión más digna y salud de calidad. Por una pensión más digna y salud de calidad. No te olvides que el 19 por Boric debe votar. Te invitamos a votar, vamos todos a votar. El uno debe marcar, solo por Boric debe votar. Te invitamos a votar, vamos todos a votar. El uno debe marcar, solo por Boric debe votar.
Okay, so objectively the best political ad ever. It ticks the box for everything I want politically.
That is incredible.
It's
Also,
so good.
they're talking about like a dignified salary, in the lyrics.
The lyrics.
Just straight vibing.
Yeah, I love it.
Vibing.
There's nothing funnier than a pig in a hat. And I love that the rooster tiny hat is like bouncing off of his head. I didn't notice that at first. So that was an ad for Gabriel Boric, who has since then won the election. We showed you that and told you that the runoff election was coming up soon. Success with 56% of the vote.
Huge.
Gabriel Boric handily defeated lawmaker José Antonio Kast, who tried unsuccessfully to scare voters that his inexperienced opponent would become a puppet of his allies in the Communist Party and upend Chile's position as the most stable advanced economy in Latin America. So he actually won. It's a big leftist win. I assumed you're probably pretty excited about this.
Oh yeah, I'm very excited. Obviously, I used to live in Argentina, so when I hear chi 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 le le le, it mostly makes me think that Chile beat Argentina in soccer, but that did not happen in this case. And I root for Chile when it comes to their leftist politics. The real takeaway for me, and I talked about this on my podcast, The Habituation Room, is the fact that Boric came out of the student movement in 2011, right? There was a campaign to basically raise tuition rates and massive outpouring of protest. Students who are like, this is gonna bankrupt us. Imagine if we had that here. And they took power. So not only Gabriel Boric, but Camila Vallejo were like two leaders from that student movement. They were elected in 2014. 7 years later, he's president. Like, you guys,
that's crazy.
I know John and I are AOC simps, blah, 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 but like, it could happen here. And this is where the energy is. The energy is in the far right fascists, and the energy is in leftist millennials who are trying to transform their governments and actually make them work for people. So I love to see it. And it comes off the back of also what happened in Peru, a socialist leader elected there not too long ago.
That's awesome. And by the way, here's an interesting twist in 2021. A politician won and his opponent, hold on, conceded. Oh,
it's a ch. I think it's conceded.
I think it means admitted defeat. He conceded because he lost. He admitted that he lost. That's interesting. You know, I love learning about other cultures and their weird little traditions that they have. Admitting that you lost, I say we import that to America. Anyway.
The other thing I was gonna say about this is like Gabriel Boric has been talking about how neoliberalism was born in Chile and it will die in Chile, and it's very true that a lot of economists in Chile studied under Milton Friedman. They called the Chicago Boys, and it was sort of this like, hey, what if we privatize literally everything, water, air, roads, and then we charge people for it. Oh, and all the profits, get this, they go to multinational corporations. The basics of neoliberalism. Oh, let's reduce the minimum wage. Let's reduce any social spending. And then everyone will, it'll be perfect. We'll import, I don't know, cheap, nothing really cheap. So it was like this whole model. And the fact that he's like, we're gonna end it. We end it in Chile now is really incredible.
Yeah, it is exciting.
Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.